Hey guys, I want to get you started with the writing assignment that is session 6. So we are going to be doing 3 writing analysis assignments in this course, and session 6 starts you off with the Unit 1 writing analysis. Unit 1 is a wrap up of the chapters that we have covered thus far in the course, and it encompasses a writing assignment, which is 10% of your final grade. So I want to tell you that up front, not to freak you out, but to let you know that this assignment deserves quite a bit of effort. This is a large portion of your final grade. Okay. We are going to get started. There's lots of things that I'm going to walk you through in this video, so feel free to pause the video and do the actions that I'm doing and then hit play and keep going if that's what you want to do. All right, to begin with, I want to cover a couple of things. This is submitted through a software within Moodle called Turnitin. Turnitin is a plagiarism detection software. It looks for plagiarism from the internet as well as from previously submitted Nash Community College papers and previously submitted papers at other universities. It also is an artificial intelligence detector. So I'm putting all of that out there to say, do not, under any circumstance, go outside of your own brain to complete this assignment. I am going to be looking at those reports. It generates a report for each submission. And if there is plagiarism detected, I make a determination as to whether or not that affects your grade or as to whether or not that turns into an academic integrity issue where zeros are given out. So that is all you need to know about that. This assignment is going to be able to be completed without the use of going out to other sources. Okay, so we are going to click on this assignment here. It says complete the Unit 1 analysis, so that's what we're going to click on first. We already know how to do this because you've done this in session 1. You make a copy of the assignment that deposits right into your Google Drive, and you're going to make sure that you are using your Nash Community College Google Drive here. All right, reviewing the directions at the top, you're going to carefully read the directions as you go down the assignment. Your responses is going to be in a different color. You're going to use proper grammar. You're going to proofread. This is college level writing. All right, do not look to outside sources to complete the assignment. Everything that you put here should be pulled from the information that I have provided you in the videos that are linked here or from your textbook, and everything is redone in your own words. So even if you pull something from the video or the textbook, you're not copying verbatim. You are reorganizing your thoughts using your own words. Number 1 is going to walk you through watching a video. You're going to watch that video, and as you're watching, you are going to take notes in this chart for number 2. This video talks about the sociological imagination and how it pertains to the concept of obesity. It talks about micro and macro factors, and you are just going to note what the video is discussing about those factors here, okay? So, yes, I should see evidence of the video in this chart for number 2. Essentially, it's a note-taking assignment for that, okay? All right, next, we're moving on to the topic of culture. You're going to watch a video about cultures and subcultures and countercultures. Here's a few additional links about cultures. And then, in your own words for number 4, you are going to define and explain the concept of ethnocentrism. You're going to discuss how it affects society and what you can do to decrease ethnocentrism in our world. All right, number 5, ask you to think about what you learned with cultures and subcultures in that video from number 3 and address 3 groups that you are a member of, 3 subculture groups. Once you list those 3 groups, you are going to bullet on the right-hand side how ethnocentrism affects you within that particular subculture. And you might think, well, I'm not a member of a group. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean what you might be thinking about group. Like, it's not necessarily the member of a club, okay? You absolutely have subculture groups that you are a part of. And you are going to bullet list the ways that ethnocentrism affects you within that particular subculture. I only have 1 bullet there, but that's just to tell you to start using bullets. You should have multiple bullets. Number 6 is going to walk you through watching another video talking about socialization. Number 7 is going to talk about cultural capital. There's information here in the link, okay? And then for number 7, you are going to create a college level paragraph that talks about cultural capital and the elements that cultural capital gives you, okay? So you have been given cultural capital from your family, and you are going to explain what that is. For number 8, the socialization piece here is going to concentrate on traditional forms of socialization for males and for females. You're going to think about different behaviors, different articles of clothing, hobbies, interests, things that we expect males versus females to do at home or around the home, what kind of jobs, careers, toys, all the things that you can think of that traditional socialization draws between males and females. Number 9, you're going to watch a video on role strain and role conflict, and it's going to explain the difference to you. Number 10, you are going to create a diagram of you and explain the different roles you play. So there's a little example here, but you are welcome to use clip art if you don't want to draw on the computer, or you're also welcome to draw this diagram on a piece of paper and take a picture of it with your phone and upload the diagram there. So essentially, you're just going to create a illustration of all the roles you play. You're going to be in the center, and then all the roles you play are going to be around the outside. Please make sure that you resize your image. This is to no more than half a page, and I am okay with that, but for some students, their computers don't really support the half a page, so you might have to go a little bit smaller there. All right, 11 and 12 discuss role strain and role conflict as well. You are going to explain what role strain is and what role conflict is. There is a wonderful chart in your textbook that explains role strain and role conflict very well. You might want to jump back to that before you define those two things. The bullets here, you're going to make a list of ways that you experience role strain or role conflict in your current life. And then you are going to explain what you can do to decrease that strain or that conflict in your life. So that's a little bit of a reflection there. And finally, number 13. Number 13's fun. There's a video here. It focuses on animated television shows. And inside of those clips from those shows, it addresses role strain and role conflict. So watch that video, and then all you have to do reflection-wise is tell me which example in that video was your favorite. And I just want to know why. Like, do you relate to it? Did you think it was funny? Is it something that you've seen growing up? Something like that. All right, so that is essentially the directions for the Unit 1 analysis. And when we jump back into Moodle, I'm going to show you where all of the Turnitin submission items are. So for starters, when you click on the writing assignment here, this little box with the arrow, this is the submission link, okay? When you get there, let's see, I'm going to show you, but understand that mine is going to look a little bit different from yours, okay? If you have never used Turnitin in a class before, you're going to see something like this right here at the very top of this page. When you see this, because you've never used Turnitin before, you're going to click right there on that blue line to accept the Turnitin agreement. That's going to pop up something that looks like this on the screen, and you're going to click this blue I agree button, okay? If you've ever done this before, you should not see this, and you don't have to do this again. So you only have to do this user agreement if you've never used the Turnitin plagiarism detection software for a course before. All right, so moving over here, all right, you're going to see a area where you can submit an assignment, okay? Now, my screen is not able to show you what that looks like, so I have a link in Moodle that shows you how to submit assignments through Turnitin. And I am going to pull that up for you here. Okay, so here's the document. You're going to follow these directions because this has screenshots of what you will see in Moodle. So when you click on the assignment, your section in Moodle is going to have an option right here that says Submit Paper. That is where you are going to click and you are going to be able to submit your paper there. Here is what you will see when you click on Submit Paper. It looks very similar to what you have been using for submission links in Moodle in the past. You're going to put that in the entry box and you are going to add submission, and then you will see something that looks like this. It's called a digital receipt. If you do not see a digital receipt, then your submission did not go through. So make sure that you see and receive a digital receipt before you're moving away from this screen, okay? There is all of the directions there for you on how to submit the assignment. I have never had students that have had issues with submitting, so I am sure that you guys are going to be great at this as well. Once grades are completed for the writing assignment, here is a link on how you can view the grade and the feedback through the Turnitin feature. All right, so that is session 6, the writing analysis for Unit 1. Please make sure you reach out to me quickly if you have questions or concerns. And as a reminder, this is worth 10% of your final grade, so I want you to make sure you put lots of effort into it. Reach out if you have questions. I'm only an email away.